I had to go back to the doctors to get a second mammogram because the first one was abnormal. And they said, yeah, they had found a small lump in my breast. And given my family history with cancer, it deeply concerned them.
I saw a pattern between my mom and her sisters. And this is something I've always been mindful of. Do I take birth control? Do I not take birth control, for example, because of some of the risks? My mom's oldest sister, Tati, she was already a survivor. My earliest memory of her was with her mastectomy scar. You know, as a kid, you're just very curious about it, like why she only had one boob and why she used to wear like that padding to cover the scar.
I come from a long line of women who had to make harder decisions with a lot less knowledge than I have now.
It feels like it just targets the women in our family, and there's nothing you could do about it.
I was pretty much not shocked that we had a history. I remember turning to my siblings and with the information, seeing if they all wanted to get tested. And at the time, everyone was pretty much afraid to.
Learning that your family has the BRCA1 gene is very scary. It's kind of like a ticking time bomb. You don't know when it's going to go off and if you'll be the chosen one to get it. It makes you feel like you're not in control and there is nothing you can do about it.
A lot of people would say she has a lot on her plate, raising kids and all. And I wish it was that simple. I wish it was just homework and dinner and scheduling basketball practice, then deciding what organ I had to cut off or how am I going to work and keep working after my surgeries.
It turned out I had two different types of cancers. They were one in each breast, so I had to get a double mastectomy. I got diagnosed in 2017. I discovered the lump in 2014. So I had a 3-year period of just like letting the lump fester. The earlier you know, the better. You know, prevention is also key.
I feel like it's not something you can change or something you can actually get rid of. So you could eat healthy, you know, do all the right things, and then you get it anyways. It's disappointing, but, you know, you live with it.
Finding out is like a blessing, you know. I know it may seem like it's a curse because of all of the potential health challenges that you can face, but it's better to know than to not know.
Searching for the most optimal time or try to find a narrow window around my work schedule.
I'm thankful for all the extra years that it gave me with my mom too. It's scary, but if you're considering whether to get tested or not because of a suspected history, get tested. You won't regret it. Knowing is like a superpower. Like, it's better to know than to not know.
I don't know if knowing is better or worse that I have the gene. Before it was just, oh, a few people got it in your family and that's what it is. But now it's like, definitely, you know, you have something inside of you that could flare up at any time.
I have faith, but faith alone is not enough. What keeps me going is grace. Grace for myself in all the impossible decisions that I had to make, and grace for all the contradictions that live inside of me.
You just pray that you're not one of them that, you know, get it or don't get it early on where, you know, you have to deal with the chemo. And I saw the stress. The stress is the most difficult, and the pleading with God, the give me one more day for my kids because they're young.
I have nothing but admiration for my aunts and all of the ones who passed away. That's usually Nanan. And I have cousins who were affected by the gene, who's lost their mothers too.
I believe I was 16 with my aunt, and my cousin was about the same age. And it's like, you know, here she hasn't even started life yet, and she's going to have to do it without her mom.
My mom ended up passing away 2 months after that in May. And then in August, I had scheduled my total hysterectomy that included my ovaries. I had previously removed my fallopian tube, but also included my uterus as well as my cervix.
Like, I know knowing about the gene has helped my siblings took preventive measures, and it's not just like breast cancer it causes all types of other cancers, including ovarian.
And about 6 months later, I had a double mastectomy. And I remember going to the hospital that morning, getting pre-registered, drinking the contrast, getting my CT scan done, getting marked up, and riding back to the studio to finish my shift. And it's after midnight. And I'm wrapping up doing my reports, and I'm on my way back to the hospital. And then I am getting an IV put into me.
This is the second day after the surgery. My voice is a little raspy. I'm very sore. I'm sure I can visualize my bus. But overall, I have to keep reminding myself that moving my uterus and moving my breast would significantly decrease my chances of getting cancer.
It is so important that you advocate for yourself. I had to go back and advocate for my hormone replacement therapy because the dose was just not working. And I have needs. I am 33. That does not mean I have to have a low libido. It does not mean I have to be miserable. And it's so important for you to get curious, to seek knowledge, to ask questions, keep searching for what feels right for you and your body and your lifestyle. You don't need to repeat the same mistakes. And your journey could look different for you. You're allowed to be scared and strong at the same damn time. And the pressure that's inside of you that feels like it's crushing you is the same pressure that forms mountains. And remember that people seek mountains just to stand on higher ground and look further. Your scars, whether it is visible or not, they carry the same altitude and the same perspective as mountains. And if you can see that in yourself, then you'll understand that your story does not have to end with you, and that your story is shaping something greater in the world.
Just don't think of us like victims. Think of us like soldiers. I know my mom fought hard. She fought gallantly. She fought till the end. She was so brave and she fought so hard. She wanted to be here. And I have nothing but admiration for her.
I've been blessed that my mom lasted till her 60s. Although, if you ask me, I still feel like it was young. But I got the chance to have my mom and to see all the milestones in my life and to help me through a lot of it. I would still plead with God for a few more years. When she was dying, we were still pleading.
Yeah, we're just soldiers. And we fight till the end. And that's it.